Well, Bisping goes by the nickname, that is, the Count. And a little fact here, I don't know if you guys knew this, he actually has that name because one of his ancestors from the Middle Ages was actually a Polish count.
Fancy.
Back in the day. It's a pretty cool story. So that I'm going to use to segue us into a perfect segue. I'm proud of myself
don't believe
for
that
setting
story,
that one
but
up.
whatever.
You made that story up, but okay.
I didn't make it up.
He did.
He may have made it up. All right, well, we're going to get to our top 5 today. That would be the top 5 UFC nicknames that you guys are going to break down for me now. Brendan, we're going to let you go first. Your top 5 nicknames. Who do you got at number 5?
Top 5. At number 5, Mighty Mouse. He looks like Mighty Mouse.
He
looks like the character. And he's the champ. You got to have him in your top 5. At number 4, it might be my favorite nickname, the Korean Zombie. This guy just moves forward. He's straight out of The Walking Dead, just eats shots. The guy looks like a zombie. You got to love the Korean Zombie. Number 3, one of the all-time favorites, the Axe Murderer. Come on. If you could pick your own nickname, it would be the Axe Murderer. At number 2, come on, Detroit Superstar. What? Sounds like a rock band. He has the style to match for it. Crunkshaw is just a monster, and his kicks are ridiculous. So you got to call him the Superstar. And at number 1, I don't feel bad doing this, but the fans voted for it. Big Brown. It's Big Brown. The fans voted from it. Bryan Callen gave me the name. You got to toss Big Brown. It's my favorite nickname. I feel a little bad giving myself number 1, but I think it's pretty good.
Now you say that I saw you at Chelsea lately, right? You talked about that you got to earn. You don't get to pick your nicknames. You've got to earn it. So what? How do you earn Big Brown? Like, what is?
Ask this guy. He's the one who gave it to me on The Fighter and the Kid.
Yeah, I would see him. We'd go to dinner, and he'd just walk in with a tank top, and he'd get the hungry eyes. You know, a lot of the girls would be looking at him, and some of the guys, and he just is bigger and just than everybody else, and he's just brown and very proud of how brown he is. He doesn't need sunscreen, everybody.
That's for sissies.
I don't tan properly.
That's for sissies.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I want to hear your top 5 nicknames. I bet these are going to be good. What do you got
Sure,
for me?
yeah. Well, first of all the nicknames he chose besides Mighty Mouse make no sense at all. I think the UFC is terrible at giving nicknames
you picked
out.
Big Brown, so maybe that one.
Yeah, well, that's the exception. For number 5, I got nothing, okay? Because there are people out there like Natural Born Killer. That's a sentence, okay? It's supposed to be a nickname. The Filipino Wrecking Machine. Nicknames are given to you when you play pickup ball, so that you come up with a little name that's quick, you know, like Finn or whatever it is, or Wags for Wagner. So number 4, I got nothing, okay? And I only have 3 I kind of like. Number 3, number 3 is the horror. Rick, the horror story. I like that. I of course.
Flows well.
What's that? It flows well. Yeah. And I can understand feeling like that's kind of a horror show when you get punched in the face. Number 2, I just have always liked George Rush St. Pierre. I don't know, something about that. Just I get the sense that he rushes in. There's something about it. I just think it's a sexy nickname. And of course, at number 1, Big Brown.
Aww.
Big Brown.
Thanks.
Not because I gave
Is that
it to him.
because you gave it to him?
Not really. I just think it just made so much more sense. And it's a good nickname if we were able to usurp his nickname he'd had for 6 years, the hybrid. It just sounded better.
Should have been Big Brown. Now, your nickname on the show, you're the Fighter, and you're the Kid.
Well, I don't age. I have very tight
Did you give
skin.
him that nickname, and what's the story behind the Kid?
Is this high def?
You know what? I didn't give him the nickname.
No?
He kind of gave it to himself. When I met him, he went, "Hey, Brian, the Kid Callen." I went, "Well, you're 47, so it's a little weird." But then we got the Fire and the Kid show, so it works.
And it's the Kid, not Kid, but the Kid.
The Kid. The Kid.